Today's video comes courtesy of Cexxy hair. They sent over some beautiful straight hair that you can see have obviously curled. They sent over a 16, an 18, and a 20-inch bundle with a 14-inch middle part lace closure. The closure is a 4x4, so it goes like here and here. So I have many videos on how I bleach knots, but I've never showed you guys, or maybe I have, but it's been a while, how I tint the lace on my closures. A lot of the times the closures come in different colors or shades, so the lace itself sometimes is a little bit pale yellow. If it looks a little bit pale yellow, me having dark skin, it just looks a little bit funny and a little bit more synthetic. So I'm going to teach you guys how I go ahead and tint the lace. Then I'm also going to start to style the wig on camera. I did make this wig using the hot glue gun method per usual. So let's jump right into the tutorial and then I'll be right back with my thoughts on this hair. So this is the packaging from Cexxy hair. I got a middle part closure. There's a brochure in there and 3 bundles of hair. All of the links are in the description bar. All straight hair, really pretty. The bundles were nicely constructed. The hair was in tip-top shape. So we're going to put the bundles back in the box. And we're going to put that aside and work on the closure. So as you can see, I'm trying to give you as best of a close-up of the closure as I can. This is what a middle part closure looks like. It's pre-parted for you, and where there's parting, there is no knots. So it makes it so that you do not have to bleach the knots. The only thing about a closure that is pre-parted is sometimes if the lace is not the same color as your skin, it will be a little bit too light, especially if you're brown. I'm going to take this red fabric dye in the color tan, and I put 1 cap full and did a test with the napkin just to see if it matched my skin color, and it did, but I kind of wanted a little bit more, so I added a 2nd cup full. I did mix this into some boiling hot water, which works the best, and I went ahead and submerged the closure into the hot water and fabric dye mixture. I'm going to let that sit in there for about 20 minutes. And I did decide to add a capful of the cocoa brown. I just wanted to make sure that it had a little bit of a warm tone to it and that it was perfect for my skin complexion. After 20 minutes, I rinsed out the dye, and that was the way it looked, perfect for my hair. So I'm going to go ahead, I went ahead off camera and made the wig using my hot glue gun method, and I'm going to make this closure look like a frontal. I find that one of the biggest cons with closures are that where the closure and the bundles meet, you get that bulky little piece right there on each side. So I'm going to do my best to take a pair of scissors and cut that off without cutting into the needle and thread, or the threading there, so that the wig does not come undone. So I added a little bit of a silken sheen or an oil sheen to help to curl the hair. As you can see here, I'm also going to add a little bit of layers to the front. Normally I would add layers all the way around, and this is going to make for the best curls, so they're not all one length. I was going to go for like a more wavy kind of look where I kind of twisted it a little bit and then let the ends stay straight and kind of pull it together. I'll do that for another tutorial, but I kind of wasn't doing it right here and I wasn't feeling it. So I'm going to go back and do full on curls. I'm not taking the curls all the way up. I just kind of want them on the ends for more of a finished look. Sometimes I'm into bone straight hair, and sometimes I kind of want a little bit of curl to it, where it's not super uniform curls, but it just kind of adds a little bit of texture and fun and a finished look to the hair. To back it up, whenever I was going ahead, or right before I added the layers, I did add a little bit of a spray. That spray is like an anti-aging spray. It's like basically a black hair spray that's supposed to cover up like roots or grays. I use that wherever you see like white glue or black glue or any line of demarcation. I go ahead and spray it black. That way you don't see any demarcation at any point in my wig. And as far as the curls go, they're pretty self-explanatory. I'm using my flat iron. This is the Babyliss Prima Pro. What I love about this flat iron is that it does go up to 465 degrees. It gets extremely hot, which is why I'm holding it further down, because where it's hot on the barrel, it's really hot. So it did come with a glove, but I never ever use it. And yeah, I'm just twisting it around. It makes the perfect curls. Again, if you want a little bit more dimension, either take smaller pieces so that you can curl it high up or add layers. But now let's get into our thoughts on the hair. Oh, and a little bit of finishing spray. So hopefully that was super self-explanatory. I used the Rit fabric dye. I picked it up from Joann's. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from any fabric store or any section of like Walmart or something like that. Probably will have it. And I find that works the easiest. You can use tea bags. There's a bunch of different methods. That's just the one that works the best for me. And it just kind of makes the closure blend with my skin a lot better. And then from there, I went ahead and I just did some nice little curls and a little bit of baby hair. I find that you can make a closure look a little bit more realistic by adding the baby hair and kind of tweezing it out a little bit so that it kind of, you know, mimics what it will look like if you have a frontal. The parting on this closure, since it is pre-parted, usually that means that there's no knots like in the specific parting, and I do like that about it. But I can say that I could tweeze it out a little bit more to be a little bit thicker, because on camera I'm kind of losing it a little bit. So I can just go ahead and add a little bit of powder and it'll make it pop a little bit more. So yeah, usually either you add a little bit of powder or you tweeze the parting for it to go a little bit wider, and that should work. Just for a more realistic touch. The hair itself, again, was straight hair. 16, 18, 20 with a 14-inch 4x4 lace closure. I used my 20, my 18, and about a little less than half of the 16, and this is the rest. It's just been mangled around so it looks a little frayed, but it came bone straight. It was beautiful quality hair, no scent, no craziness. The wefts are nice and neat. It just was all around nice hair. So I have all of the details and a link to where you can purchase this hair listed in the description bar. And this is kind of like what it looks like when you kind of pull the curls apart. I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.